You're 28 years old, you work in tech sales, $95,000 a year. You're doing fine. But fine isn't enough anymore. Your coworker Josh just made $40,000 trading Tesla options. He shows you his Robinhood account. One trade, 1 week. You've been saving for 6 years. You have $200,000 in your bank account. It was supposed to be a house down payment. But Josh made $40K in a week. You could make $100K, maybe $200K. You download Robinhood. You start small. $5,000 on Apple calls. The stock goes up 3%. Your options go up 40%. You made $2,000 in 2 days. This is easy. You're on Reddit now, r/Wall Street Bets. These people are making millions. You learned the terminology. Calls equals bet stock goes up. Puts equals bet stock goes down. 0 DTE options equals contracts that expire the same day. Extremely high risk. YOLO equals all in on one trade. You watch YouTube videos, how I turned 10K into 500K trading options. You're studying charts, technical analysis, support levels, RSI, MACD. You feel smart. You feel ready. You put in $20,000. You buy Microsoft calls expiring in 3 weeks. Microsoft earnings are coming. You're sure there'll be estimates. They do. Your $20,000 becomes $47,000. You just made $27,000 in 3 weeks. Your salary is $95,000 a year. You just made 28% of that in 3 weeks. You're a genius. You quit being conservative. Why buy shares when options make 10x more? You put $80,000 into the market, all options. 30K on Amazon calls, 25K on Nvidia calls, 25K on SPY calls. The market is ripping. Everything's going up. Your $80,000 becomes $160,000 in 6 weeks. You're up $80,000 in total now. Combined with your previous wins, you have $280,000. You've turned 200K into 280K in 3 months. Your friends think you're a genius. Your girlfriend is impressed. You're posting game porn on Reddit. Awards, upvotes, this guy fucks. You feel invincible. You think, if I can make $80,000 in 3 months, I can make $500,000 in a year. You quit your job. You're a professional trader now. You wake up at 6:30 a.m. PST for market open. You have 4 monitors. You're watching TradingView, CNBC, Twitter, Reddit. You've moved your entire $280,000 into your trading account. You're making $5,000 to $15,000 per week. Some weeks you lose $10,000, but you always make it back. You buy a new car, BMW M4, $75,000. You upgrade your apartment, $3,500 a month. You're living the dream. But the market is getting choppy. The Fed is raising rates. Your winning percentage drops. You're winning 50% of trades instead of 75%. You start revenge trading. When you lose, you immediately make a bigger bet to win it back. Sometimes it works. Sometimes it doesn't. Your account is fluctuating wildly. $240,000, $310,000, $220,000, $290,000. You're stressed, but you're still up overall. Tesla announces earnings. You're sure they'll beat. You put $120,000 into Tesla calls, expiring in 2 days. Tesla misses earnings. Stock drops 12% after hours. Your calls will expire worthless. You lost $120,000 overnight. You're in shock. You're pacing your apartment at 2 a.m. You have $170,000 left. You're still up from your original $200,000, but barely. Your car payments is $1,200 a month. Your rent is $3,500. You have no income. You need to make this back, fast. You're revenge trading hard now. You put $80,000 on Amazon puts. You're sure the market will crash. The market rallies. You lose $60,000. You're down to $110,000. You're panicking. You've lost $170,000 from your peak. You need a win, a big one. You see someone on Reddit made $500K on 0 DTE options, 0 days to expiration, expires today. You put your last $110,000 into SPY calls expiring in 4 hours. You need the market to go up 1%. The market goes sideways for 3 hours. Then it drops 0.7%. Your options expire worthless. $110,000 gone. You have $0. You started with $200,000. You peaked at $310,000. You ended at $0. You lost everything in 8 months. But it's worse than that. You still have BMW M4 payment, $1,200 a month. Luxury apartment, $3,500 a month. Credit card debt from celebrating, $15,000. No job, no savings. You're $15,000 in debt with $4,700 in monthly expenses. You try to sell the car, you're upside down on the loan. You owe more than it's worth. You break your lease, $7,000 penalty. You're $22,000 in debt now. You move back in with your parents at 29 years old. You apply for jobs. You've been unemployed for 8 months. What were you doing during this gap? Day trading. How did that go? You lie. I decided it wasn't for me. You take a sales job, $65,000 base. You took a $30K pay cut from your old job. You're paying off debt. It'll take 2 years. You deleted Robinhood. You deleted Reddit. You can't look at stocks. You see Tesla went up 80% since you quit trading. If you just held shares. But you didn't. You gambled. You lost. 3 years later, you're 31. You've rebuilt. $40,000 saved. Slowly. You'll never own a house as early as you planned. That $200K would have been a down payment. Now you're starting over. You see kids on TikTok making millions on options. You know most of them will lose it. Someone asks you, should I trade options? You tell them the truth. 95% of options expire worthless. The house always wins. Unless you're selling options, you're gambling. But they don't listen, just like you didn't. Right now, someone just downloaded Robinhood. They're making their first $2,000 on Tesla calls. They feel like a genius. They're going to quit their job in 6 months. They're going to lose everything in 8 months, just like you did. The market doesn't care about your story. It doesn't care about your dreams. It only cares about liquidity. And you were the liquidity.